Can a robot write a symphony? Can a robot turn a canvas into a beautiful masterpiece?
Can you?
Let's go.
Feel the rain on your skin. No one else can feel it for you. Only you can let it in. No one else can speak the words on your lips. Drench yourself in words unspoken. Live your life with arms wide open. Today is where your book begins. The rest is still unwritten.
Lighting up our lives. Steady your lanterns.
Steady your lanterns.
Wow. You want to talk sports? Actually, now that we're on it, there's been a lot of sports activity
Let's talk
going on.
sports.
The Carolina, the New York Knicks, the World Cup of soccer, the Carolina Hurricanes won the Stanley Cup. New York Knicks won the NBA championship, and something called the World Cup is going on. I think it's got every country in the world competing in 3 or 4 different cities right now. Where do you want to go? What's your favorite sport?
Yeah, let's talk hockey. Mostly because I don't know anything about basketball besides LeBron James.
What about Drake?
Yeah, that's true. I do. He's been awfully quiet since we aired that episode 5 years ago about Drake on the sidelines.
Yeah.
So congratulations to the Carolina Hurricanes for winning the 2026 Stanley Cup. Love to see it. I think everyone was rooting for him. Woohoo! Everyone was rooting for him. And I was especially, because that means I won our bracket challenge that from the show Mo put on. So yeah, it's $160. And Josh and Jeff, if you're listening, you each owe me $20. And I'm not going to forget about it. All right.
Did they not put money in?
They didn't put money in.
Wow.
And that next episode, this is where having a podcast is great. I will dox you. All right. Doxing is like putting their address. Their address, yeah. Others just like they live at 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney, and yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. So who do you have in the final? Carolina.
I had a repeat of the 2006 finals of Carolina and Edmonton. Yeah. And that's where I went wrong, thinking that Edmonton would pull their weight.
Yeah, me too. Except I didn't win anyways. I lost. But I had the same final matchup. But everyone was cheering for Carolina except for Vegas Golden Knights fans. Them in Florida are very good villains in the league, I think. Vegas has really been leaning into it with everything that's been going on the ice and off the ice, coaching stuff as well. Carolina kind of just took over that series. So I'm happy for them. They're a team that's always been right there at the conference finals the last few years, and they just stuck with it. Mostly kept the same roster, at least for the core pieces, and then changed out some of the other parts. Tried to add a little bit. They added Nikolai Ehlers in the past offseason, and they just tweaked their roster more and more, and they just dominated. They went 16-3, so they got tons of rest in between rounds. I still think they're like the playoffs is such in hockey, there's so much luck, I think. In a 7-game series, you try and get the luck factor out of there. Like usually the better team wins, I guess, ish for the most part in a 7-game series, unless you get a really, really hot goalie. But they stayed healthy, really healthy, as far as I have heard. I haven't heard anyone with broken ribs or wrists or anything like that. So that's very important. Whereas Vegas was a little bit banged up. I know William Karlsson missed the last game or two. And I still think they face pretty weak competition. They have a pretty easy path to the conference finals like every year. So they played Ottawa and Philadelphia. Not that impressive.
Yeah, Montreal.
Montreal.
Easier path.
And I think Montreal did really well, but they're just not on the tier of, say, Colorado, right? Mm-hmm. So that Vegas had to go through, even though Colorado is banged up as well. So, but you can't take it away from them. They won, so good for them. So that's cool.
Yeah, the only thing I was going to add is that, of course, Anderson, the Carolina goalie, got injured in the second last game or third last game, and yeah, they got Bussy coming in, and I absolutely love the name. And I love how
you couldn't slide anything past Bussy.
Yeah, he's incredible.
Yeah.
What a story! Just like coming in at 27 and making that happen is, that's incredible. What a pickup.
I mean, he had that crazy win streak earlier in the season, like 13 games in a row, I think.
Oh, really?
Okay. Yeah. So they like picked him off waivers this year or last year. And then, so he was unreal during the regular season this year. And he had like a huge win streak. And I think he set like a record of some kind. And then, I don't know. I don't really pay attention to Carolina during the season that much. I mean, they're just good every year. So they're kind of boring in that way. So they made the playoffs. I don't know what the deal is with their goaltending at that point. They obviously went with Anderson, the experienced guy, and he played awesome for them all playoffs. And then, like you said, he got injured. Bussy's been sitting cold for like 2 months. He comes in and just is unreal, like unbelievable. And it was wasn't it a shutout in the last game?
It was.
Yeah. So
incredible.
Really impressive for him. And they did give.
And then let's talk coaching here. So we got. I'm not sure if you saw the shirtless pic of Rod the Bod out there, but he's looking shredded for 55 years old, and he's that's great to see. And
you see him tossing the cup around on the ice?
No,
he did the old. Threw it up in the air kind of and like caught it. Like no one does that, but he kind of did this old fake out thing, and I don't know. He was just playing around.
Okay. Yeah, totally missed that. I mean, the coaching I think is big. I'm just looking at Google now, and it's telling me John Tortorella got shit canned, or he.
Well, his contract was up at the end of the month.
But I've never been a fan of Tortellini as a head coach, and I'm really happy to see Rob Brendamore win it. And Tortorella just seems like one of these coaches you really have to align with his system of play, and if you don't, then you just it definitely seems like a person that picks favorites. And I don't know, just not a fan of how he creates the team dressing room.
Personal vendetta against Tortorella. Yeah, I mean, so that whole thing was crazy. They fired Bruce Cassidy with a few games left or 7 games left. Brought in Tortorella. He brought him to the Stanley Cup final. He was only signed on to the rest of the season. And then I heard there were rumors that they would always plan to hire their farm team coach, which they did today. And they had informed Tortorella earlier that he wouldn't be returning. But he's another guy that has like a short shelf life because he does wear, I think he's
he gets some people. He likes to rattle the cage.
He came in, cost Vegas a 2nd round pick, and got the hell out of there.
Could you imagine, like, you're just the owner and you see that happen, you're just like,
what? I mean, I do think like that was probably a decision between the management and him, or just the management. But I mean, he was part of that front and center where he didn't speak to the media or refuse the players or whatever, and they got fined.
So ridiculous. Yeah, and he just bounces like he's like, all right.
I mean, like Edmonton's had this whole coaching drama for a while, and they seem keen set on 2 things: a hard ass and someone that's won a cup before. Well, that's John Tortorella right there. And then Bruce Cassidy's been blocked from being interviewed by Edmonton by Vegas. So, I mean, Edmonton's looking into Mike Dad Babcock, which is an insane decision. They should just hire Tortorella at this point. It's just do that instead. This is the whole Babcock thing.
It's just like
absolutely insane.
You see it in the corporate world sometimes where people just fail up. Like you said, like he has a Stanley Cup on the resume. You know, it's like having someone who was a CEO at some company is like, oh yeah, well, he was a CEO before. Is he a good leader? No. Is he going to cost you a 2nd round pick by not talking to the media? Yeah. Should we hire him? Yeah. Okay.
John?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, John deserves to be. I mean, he showed his worth. He made it to the finals. So I think it's all fine and dandy to hire John. He proved it. He proved exactly why they're.
But how much of that team was already firing before he came in? And, you know, it's hard to tease.
They were terrible. That's why they fired him. or fired Bruce Cassidy.
Right? Okay, so they weren't going to make the playoffs at that Bruce Cassidy?
No, they were going to make the playoffs.
Yeah, right.
But they weren't going to go to the final.
Mm.
I mean, you'll never know, but
we'll never know.
They were not consistent all year long. They had horrible goaltending, and you think it just would have happened? They all quit on Bruce Cassidy. I mean, because he's a guy that's known to be a short shelf life as well, and just wears on his players. So, they look like a completely different team in the playoffs, and in the regular season. They won 6 in a row or whatever to end the season or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I mean, I think that sentiment's true a lot of the time. It's the old boys club. I mean, that's why you're seeing it with. I think Babcock is a better example than Tortorella there, but you see it everywhere. You just hire the same old people over and over again because they played once, they won once, I don't know, something like that. But Tortorella, I mean, he did his job. He did it. I mean, he just fell short of a couple wins, but crazy. I mean, in basketball, the New York Knicks won. I guess that was a big thing. New York City was on fire. They haven't won in a while either, a long time. I never heard of the Knicks winning. I don't know anything. They never win. I've never heard that. They were like the Raptors or the Blue Jays. I never see them win until the Raptors won. But
right.
I don't know. And then World Cup, Canada ended in a draw last week. Pretty exciting stuff.
Yeah, good for them. Gosh, so proud. World Cup, just at this point of the cup, there's just too many teams, too many games going on. I'm not really focused. Maybe quarterfinals, I'll start tuning in a bit more.
Why is it so long between each game? I thought Canada would have had 2 or 3 games already by now.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. It's it's not nearly as physical as hockey.
Yeah.
Right?
Running.
They're just running around. They're diving half the time. And, you can listen to my rant about how women's soccer is better because men are just diving and rolling around all the time. It's embarrassing.
Do you have that rant somewhere? Or is
it might be deep patio lanterns. Yeah. I was actually listening to an episode from 5 years ago today, so June 17th, 2021. It was titled Oily Rando on the Patio, where I was ranting about car alarms and tipping at restaurants. And this was back when Beer 30 was our intro song. So it's fun to look back, and Beer 30. Wow. What a time to be alive, to be a Lanternite. What an honor. And yet we have Unwritten as our current intro song, /last song of the summer winner. And Kurt, what do you got for me? You got any song of the summer noms? Because you ripped me a new one last episode, said they were shit, and didn't give any yourself. So let's
I do have one, but that's a good transition first into the biggest comeback of the year.
Yeah, babe.
Beer 30. What a song. Yeah, Song of the Summer a few years ago by Florida Georgia Line. Now, if you follow the podcast, the Florida Georgia Line, the two brothers, TJ and DJ. Detweiler. They broke up. They were no longer brothers anymore. They went back to Florida and Georgia, respectively. And something about Donald Trump. I don't know. So we got Brian Kelly, the Beach Cowboy, and is it Tyler Hubbard? 5'8", green eyes. And they've been doing their own solo music for a while now. I mean, we've talked about the Beach Cowboy especially a lot because big fan of his summer stuff. But they've been teasing I mean, they've come out and said that they're back, but they really just posted it, I think, like teasers. I don't think they've released new music yet. I might have missed that, but it's just been FGL, and they've made all these Instagram stories and this and that, and we're back. And so, it's all water under the bridge. Are they coming up? Is all this Song of the Summer nom talk for naught? Like, are they just going to release a banger?
And then we just absolutely have to slot it in. You got to be thinking that the FGL PR team is thinking of the perfect release date. And I know that July 4th this year, the 4th of July is America's 250th anniversary. So they got to be thinking about releasing it. Maybe it's got to be soon. Like if I was them, I'd want to have something a week out prior so that, it's like people can confirm it's patriotic and it gets everyone fired up, and then it's new enough to hit the cycle for everyone's.
I just imagine like the trashiest like parties and pontoons, like, and then there's blasting Florida Georgia Line's new song and fireworks are going off. And...
yeah, nature is healing. Everyone's like, oh man, TJ and Detweiler are back together, and like America's awesome. We're awesome.
I don't know. We'll see what happens there. We'll be following that closely. But I do have a song of the summer. I was away, and that's why we're delayed a week kind of releasing this podcast. So I have one, and I think, and so this is not unusual for me or for us. I'm maybe a little bit late to the party, but that's okay. I think it takes some time for some of these songs to sink in a little bit, especially me. I'm a little slow when it comes to that sort of thing. But I think it could be a K-pop summer. I think it could be Soda Pop by the from K-pop Demon Hunters Saja Boys. Have you heard that one?
Have the South Koreans really delivered for us is the question. We've been doing all this outreach to South Korea, but have they delivered as being a lanternite? That's my first question before we even dive into this K-pop song.
Oh, it's really hard to kind of track that rat's nest. It's Charlie, It's Always Sunny, trying to figure out the butterfly effect of this one South Korean listener passing it on to the others and whatnot. But I mean, we've been
trying to break into that market for a long time, and maybe having that as our intro, they hear this familiar tune. Maybe they can learn a thing or two from these folks on the patio.
There you go. I think so. So you just talked yourself back into it. So have you heard Soda Pop?
No.
Have you seen the film, K-pop Demon Hunters?
I tried very hard to not listen to anything from it. But is it a banger?
It's a banger. I mean, it's a good summer, bubbly song. It's probably not even my favorite song from the film. But it's definitely by far the best like summer song. So I had stayed away from this film, and I think I had listened to this song because I kept seeing it. I think I listened to it like once last year, and I wasn't sure how I felt about it. And then just recently when I was away, I watched K-pop Demon Hunters on Netflix. It's a Netflix Sony animated film, and they're K-pop stars that are also demon hunters. And the demons pretend to be a boy band, and they release a song, Soda Pop, and it just takes over Korea and presumably the world. And it's been a hit. I mean, I think I just saw today this film is like the top of the charts for the year in a row, 52 weeks in a row or something like that. But it has been a huge hit, and it's caught on. I've gotten into it. It's just it's delicious. It's just you just want to shimmy. You just want to roll your shimmy. Yeah. You just want to boogie.
Right. Yeah, I'll have to give it a good listen here, Curdy boy. I have 3 for you.
Oh man, you're really just flooding the song of the summer, trying desperately to get your win by just flooding absolute crap in here.
No, I've been playing. You're gonna like some of these, but I need you to double check that they haven't been nominated before. If we're sticking with that rule,
well, yeah, okay,
yeah. Peaches by the President of the United States. Are you familiar?
Like Trump?
Yeah, what? It's by Don
Justin Bieber.
It goes something like this. It goes something like, "Moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. Moving to the country, gonna eat me a lot of peaches. Peaches come from a can. They were put there by a man." Does that do anything for you?
No, and I'm looking to see, because sometimes you nominate some different stuff that I'm not aware of, and I don't see one, but it's called, the person or the band is called the President of the United States.
Forget the first it's just President of the United States.
Okay. I think it's a clean entry.
Yeah, that's clean.
It's very
second one,
confusing artist name.
Kurt is confused. President of the United States.
Okay. What else?
Next up, we got. This is the one I was at least sure if it's been nominated before. Is the One Tree Hill theme song "I Don't Want to Be" by Gavin DeGraw,
famously from Patio Lanterns High.
Yes,
intro fame. Mm-hmm. So I don't think it has been nominated because that's been used heavily in our Patio Lanterns High, and episode 3 of season 2 is coming out soon. I can assure you. Good things take time, but no, I think that's a clean entry as well. So
clean nom. Okay, love it. And then third one is called "Summer's Over" by Jordana.
That doesn't sound very Song of the Summery.
It's kind of chill.
Who's it by?
Jordana and TV Girl.
Jordana Brewster of Fast and Furious fame. Mm-hmm. Jordana and TV Girl?
Yeah, that's right.
And it's called Summer's Over.
That's right.
Summer is canceled. That just does not sound right. Does not sound Song of the Summery. Summer is just getting started, buddy.
I think out of all these, Peaches is the most summery. The whole song's about moving to the country and eating a lot of peaches, which is fantastic. Summer's over. Yeah, it's kind of like, maybe by the time in September, we're going to be thinking more like, oh, thank God it's over. And then Gavin DeGraw, I Don't Want to Be. I think it just hits a lot. Like you said, it's been used in Patio Lanterns High. Reminds us of the good old days, the early 2000s.
I don't know if it's got the summer vibes for me, but I'll give it a fair shake. At least I know that one.
Mm-hmm. It's the kind of one that you see on the memes with like people like kind of unk status like us, just out there on a jet ski having a good time first thing in the morning. You know,
I don't want to be.
Yeah,
that's what you think of.
I think if you on a jet ski ripping around Skaha Lake,
I don't want to be. Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe at like sunset or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, thinking about things. Yeah, I still got to get my jet ski. Okay, cool. So we're up to 8 nominations. You're just. I think you're gonna spread your own votes across all your noms, and then one of mine is gonna win as usual.
Chestnut checkers, man.
We'll see. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. We're up to 8 there. You know what? I saw quickly because we were talking about sports and hockey. Is hockey night canceled in Canada? Did you see that the other day? They're canceling hockey night in Canada.
Why? No.
There's no more night hockey. It's all morning hockey. It's going to be like Sunday NFL for us on the West Coast. You're going to be watching hockey at 10 a.m. only. And then it's like Furbies. You can't feed them after dark or something, or they turn evil.
So Ron McLean and the panel are going to be setting up shop at 10 a.m. or are they all shit canned?
I actually don't know. They just Sportsnet and like Hockey Night is for all our American listeners, which is again I checked dominating our listenership for the whole year and beyond. For all our American listeners and our South Korean solo listener, Hockey Night in Canada is a Canadian hockey night program every Saturday during the NHL season. They just air hockey games, and even though Sportsnet is kind of like the national broadcaster for hockey in Canada, they had like some kind of partnership, I guess, with CBC to do that on Saturdays. I don't know the full dealio, but they had like a joint statement that said hockey is canceled, and I still don't really know what that means. Like it's going to be different. I don't know if that means it's going to be basically like any other night of hockey. Like we're used to having Saturdays there's always for us in Pacific time zone, there's always a 4:00 game. There's always a 7:00 game. There's probably multiple actually. And then there might be some earlier as well. So I don't know if it means like it's just going to be like a fucking Friday or a Wednesday and there's going to be maybe a game. I have no idea what it means, actually. I was just wondering. It sounds – it's a good headline, right? Hockey night
everyone's
canceled.
like, oh,
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, you thought you were going to be eating your eggs and bacon and watching the San Jose Sharks and the Vancouver Canucks or something, but I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see where this goes. Developing story on the patio.
Yeah. Breaking news, folks. Breaking news.
Maybe they'll bring Don Cherry back. Give him the morning segment.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, he'll be alert and he'll be ready before his nap.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So I was in Montreal. I was away. That's why we delayed this podcast.
Yeah.
3-week break. I went to do a little business over in Montreal, and that business was just working remotely. And Quebec and Montreal is somewhere I've never been before, and it's been on my mind. And I work remotely right now, so I was just dreaming of a new adventure and just trying to take advantage of that remote work. And I thought, what would be like a exciting but kind of low risk kind of scenario? And so that to me was like staying within Canada and just going a few hours east to Quebec. So I went there for like 9 or 10 days or so. I went to, I think it was 6 nights in Montreal and 2 nights in Quebec City. And yeah, it was beautiful. It was, you know, I spoke about Paris a few years ago because I was in Paris, brag, and I talked about a couple things, I think.
Yeah, you run a sidecar adventure.
The sidecar was awesome. Did not do that in Montreal. Didn't see that. They had like a horse-drawn carriage. Did not do that though. I like to get right back on top of the horse and ride her. I talked about Paris having like really beautiful people. And part of that could be because it's such a touristy city. It's kind of like an extravagant, it's the city of love. And so it might just draw in those types of people that like to kind of live like a lavish lifestyle, be a little bit more fashionable. Not really sure. But I talked about how attractive everyone was. And then I also talked about like that perception of them being like snobby, maybe the citizens to like English speakers or to other countries or other languages. And I had an amazing time, and everyone was wonderful. I am terrible at speaking French. I have to memorize a few lines, and I absolutely cannot think on the spot. I can barely do that in English. And everyone was so kind, but I had the same kind of questions. Not necessarily, I wasn't really wondering if Montreal was full of attractive people, but I was wondering if they'd be kind or if they'd be rude do I try and speak French? Do I not? And you know what? Same thing as Paris. They were all super friendly. You know what? You speak English. Where I was, which was mainly in, you know, the central Montreal area and even in Quebec City, you know, pretty much everyone speaks pretty good English. So you can speak English, or you could try a little French, or you can ask them in French if they speak English, whatever. They were super nice. And yeah, it was what I suspected. Really attractive, at least really attractive women in Montreal, which is what I had suspected. It was.
Is that on par with Paris?
I don't think so. Paris, I remember it being both sexes. I was like, wow. Yeah. That dude's handsome. Wow, right. She is beautiful. And I thought maybe that it was a little bit of a step up in fashion and everything. I was, you know, it's also you're in Paris. It is a bit different than for me being in Montreal. So you're in Paris. There's the freaking Eiffel Tower. You've got all the French streets and everything. It's a little bit different. In Montreal, I mainly noticed the women as being like, wow, yeah, beautiful, just as I suspected. And there were some nice streets and stuff too, but it's not quite the same as being in Paris, France.
Okay. And your whole mission, besides working, was to find the best matcha in town and the hottest Pilates studio. So did you succeed?
Yeah, I did. Those were goals. I failed on the Pilates miserably. I only did one Pilates class the whole trip, if you can believe that. I got suckered into a regular gym pass, a regular boring Anytime Fitness gym pass. It was too good to pass up. The allure of just those iron weights that are right outside the Airbnb, that are, you get a week pass or whatever. It was too much. I just couldn't turn away. So I did like one reformer Pilates class on like not the when I flew in, but like the following morning in Montreal. And it was really weird actually. And I think part of it's because I did the first class in the morning, which is at 7 a.m. But there were only 3 of us. There were three of us, or there were 3 other ladies, and then me, and then an instructor. Whereas like when I did it in Calgary, it was, there was a dozen people, and I did in the middle of the day there. So I think the timing might have been an issue, but it wasn't the same as the Calgary experience. So I did the one class. And I looked at other things, yoga, mat Pilates. I just kept going back to Anytime Fitness. They said, you know what, you can get this, you can do a drop in today for free. And then you can do a week pass and it's like $40 and you go unlimited. I was like, oh God, I got to do that. So I disappointed myself a little bit there. And then on the matcha, I made an effort for the matcha. I've tried it before, at least once. Wasn't really sure what the deal was. I keep seeing it. This fucking matcha, reformers, Pilates, and matcha. So I kept trying matcha. I did hot matcha. I did cold matcha. I did strawberry matcha. I don't get it. I do not get
Dude,
matcha.
It doesn't taste good. That's the problem. It just doesn't taste good.
It looks cool. It's green. It's what? And it's like drinking like grass almost. Like I don't know what the draw is there. I really gave it I tried the hot matcha. Somebody said, you gotta try the cold matcha, you idiot. You English idiot. And I said, okay, I tried the cold matcha. It's the same thing as a hot matcha, but it's cold. And then you Dumbo, you got to try the flavored strawberry matcha. That is the cream of the crop. The strawberry matcha. You don't want the matcha. You want the strawberry. So
you haven't lived, Kurt, until you have the strawberry matcha.
I did the strawberry matcha. I did the cold strawberry matcha. It was the same as the cold green regular matcha. And then somebody said, what did they say? You got to try. They gave me something else to try when I was in my last. I was like, it was like a matcha float. I think they said, you got to try a matcha float. I said, I got a whole podcast on floats. I'm not trying the matcha float. So I did not try the matcha float. I probably will try it again at some point, but it's like, it just lets you down every time.
I bet you I had a better float. I had probably a better time drinking Dr. Pepper Zero with some vanilla ice cream than you did in your matcha game. It's like they haven't figured out that tea belongs in the tea bag. Like what if we just left them eat the grounds? Right? Forget the tea bag. The tea bag, some liberal nonsense. Throw it out the window. Don't even think about it. It is like,
what is matcha?
Yeah.
I don't know what matcha is.
It's green tea.
Who created it? And you know what? I only did the one reformers class in Montreal. Is reformer Pilates a scam? Is it kind of like the matcha?
I'm trying to like tease apart how you got incepted with this. Like I think last episode I remarked on how this was like a horny guy trip.
I got scammed.
And you're gonna do.
I go on Instagram. I see all these hot girls doing Pilates. I say I gotta be there.
They're so hot, and you're gonna want to be a part of that. And then I gotta better start drinking matcha.
It's a slippery slope. And then I go to Montreal all of a sudden. They drag me to Montreal, but I go to Pilates and I think it was more of a beginner class. But you get on this $1 million machine. There's so many moving parts. Don't let a small child near these things. They'll snap. They'll get their fingers caught in something. There's so many springs. There's cables. There's a slidey seat thing. It's so complicated. I have no idea. it's like a Bowflex kind of thing. Like somebody is like, I want like an all-in-one fitness machine, and they created the Bowflex, and it's similar to the Reformer Pilates. They're like, we need to like sell something expensive, and they created this Reformer Pilates machine, and you kind of go through this hour workout, and well, what did I even work out? I gotta hit Anytime Fitness after this. So
okay, so you're not like your muscles aren't sore after. You just kind of like, are you sweaty even? You just
no, because this one was
up.
In Calgary. It was like a semi-warm room. It wasn't like full blast 37 degrees, but I think it was still like 30-degree room, and so you get warm there. This one I think was just like room temperature, 20 degrees or whatever. And no, it was pretty lackadaisical. I'm giving it a hard time. I mean, there's different movements and stuff that I'm definitely not used to, like flexibility wise and core wise. You're moving your body in ways that you might normally not do that. But still, it has been a thought in my mind, like ever since I heard of it. It's like, it just seems so complicated, so niche. Like, who developed this contraption? It's like an elaborate rat trap. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
If we did a deep dive, there's probably some link from way back when of matcha and the Reformer table.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm sure by the time a guy like you's in on the hunt of Pilates and matcha, there's going to be something else coming down the hot girl pipeline, another activity, another drink, and I'm sure you're going to be on top of it. You're going to find it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, I will be.
I'm kind of happy for you. I'm happy you had more of a iron, just pumping some iron and eating poutine Montreal trip than Pilates and matcha.
Yeah. So you recommended a place to get poutine, and I wasn't even like, I wasn't like set on doing, I got to do the poutine thing, but you mentioned it. It was somewhat in the area. I was out for a stroll, and decided, it was a good evening for some poutine. And it was some, I don't know, it had like chicken and chorizo sausage or something on top of like the fries and curds and gravy and stuff. It's like the poutine's like, if you've ever had any poutine, you realize it's pretty rich. Like, it's
for all those South Korean listeners out there. Yeah, it is thick.
And
built for those cold Canadian winters.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was smoking hot for me when I was
trying to wolf down this half
kilo
it was of poutine.
Really quite warm weather for the most part while I was there. But yeah, I ordered it. I hadn't really eaten. My diet was my fitness routine, good. Diet, bad. And I hadn't really eaten all day, maybe a couple of pastries. And so I was like, it's a good day for it, and got it. They give you a big serving size, and I went and sat on a bench in the park, and everyone watched me eat this thing. And, the first few bites are pretty good. It's like, yeah, I really needed this sustenance. It's good. I appreciated the protein in there. But then it kind of gets old fast. It's like,
it's a battle. It's an internal battle.
Yeah.
You can't let it go to waste.
No, and how does that keep? I mean, not that I was gonna but how does that keep leftover wise?
Well, I feel like the fries kind of lose their texture. Like, you're not getting it. Like, it kind of becomes one poutine. You're not getting individual fries anymore.
It's just a big sloppy chunk.
Yeah.
Yeah. And anyways, it wasn't like painful, but there was like a noticeable drop off after like the first little bit was gone, and I was pretty hungry. Baby. Yeah, and so I ate it, and I felt okay. It's just, I have no desire. It's similar to a donair when I had one in Halifax. It's like, I really have no desire to have one of these anytime soon. Maybe even I could probably go my whole life without having another poutine, but it was like, it's whatever. So I didn't have one the rest of the trip. It was good. It's just, whatever. And then the other Montreal thing, I guess Montreal's big on bagels. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, huge bagel people.
By chance, I kind of had a bagel sandwich one day. It was pretty good, but I didn't go seek out bagels. People are like, did you try our bagels? Bonjour, did you try our bagels? They said that in French. I said, je ne parle pas français. And, the other thing was like the Montreal smoked meat sandwich. You know, it's got Montreal in the name. And there's like this famous deli, Schwartz's Deli.
Yeah, that's right.
And it was right by where I was staying, very busy neighborhood. I wasn't sure again. I was just whatever. I don't care if I tried it or not, but it was a good night for it. I was craving some meat in some buns. And I walked in there and there was even no line and everything. Just grabbed it to go. And they just throw tons of slabs of Montreal smoked meat between two thin slices of bread. And I really liked it. I liked it a lot. I'm not necessarily a fan of overstuffing sandwiches or burgers. It makes it messy and hard to eat. In this case, it worked out and it hit the spot. I heard some mixed feedback on other people that have been there or whatever. I really liked it. So that got a thumbs up from Curto here. It was the Montreal smoked meat sandwich. I think you could get some other sandwiches there too, but that was pretty good. Have you had one of those?
I think my sister used to live in Montreal, and I never got to try the smoked meat sandwich because the gluten-free options hadn't caught up yet. So it's like I could go and just get a big slab of meat and whatever dressing, but it seemed a little disappointing. So I think I just stuck with the poutine as my big Montreal food culture. Right. Of course there's the bagels, but yeah, the same thing. I'm not sure if the community caught up to the gluten-free bagel scene 10 years ago.
Yeah. The bagels thing was a bit of a surprise. I was out of the loop on the bagels.
Okay. And how about Quebec City? What'd you tell me of your travels?
For just a couple more last couple things quickly on Montreal. Because I wrote all these notes and I sent all these Snapchats and no one got them, I guess. So I have all these. I mean, I was staying in a really nice neighborhood in Montreal. I did not stay in downtown. I stayed in a neighborhood called the Lamont Plateau. Beautiful neighborhood. I absolutely loved it. Beautiful tree-lined streets, nice architecture, lots of cafes and bars and stuff like that. Schwartz's Montreal Smoked Meat Deli was right there. They got a shit ton of weird ass squirrels in Montreal, big fluffy tails there. I noticed that. Apparently they got a lot of rats there, but I didn't see any, fortunately. Very quiet. I was surprised by the cycling culture there. Tons of cyclists. They got a lot of cycling infrastructure there in terms of bicycle lanes and barely any F-150s. So I thought it was pretty quiet on the streets, which was nice. I'm not a big, as you know, I don't like noise pollution. I don't like motorcycles, except if I'm riding
out of here.
But okay, Quebec City. I could have spent more time there, to be honest. Like I had 2 full days there. I took the train to Quebec City from Montreal, which was all right. 2 full days might have been enough if I wasn't working. But I was like, if I wasn't working and hitting the gym, pumping those biceps, so I could have used more time to do some walking around. I like to get my steps in and walk around the whole city. And so there's like the old town, very touristy. So I didn't love that necessarily. Like really, it's got the cobblestone streets, beautiful architecture, lots of tourists. And I was staying right in there, which is cool. I wanted to be right in the thick of it. But I found myself getting out of there because I got there the first day off the train. I needed to go do some work, hop on a meeting. Couldn't find anywhere to do any work. I couldn't check into my hotel yet. Couldn't find anywhere to do any work. Like the cafes and stuff were all like small or busy. I ended up sitting at some restaurant. And then the following days, I walked out of the old town outside of the city walls there and found some cool places. It's quite hilly there. I don't know, don't love that necessarily. But it was nice too. And actually outside of the old town, they had some nice streets. Like they had a couple cobblestone streets and they had some nice nice stuff going on. But I definitely like Montreal better. But I had way more time in Montreal. But I really enjoyed Montreal and the neighborhood I was staying in. In Quebec City, the traffic lights work different. So in Quebec City, they do things a little differently around here. Like me and Randy starting up the podcast in our burger shack. They have all the lights. They do one thing at a time. They have all the lights go red while all the pedestrians cross. There's no this traffic goes this way and pedestrians cross at the same time. No. Either the cars are going or the people are going. That's how they do things in Quebec City. So that stood out to me. Did you see that?
Yeah, I remember that, thinking that was quite nice. And I also recall in Montreal, no right turns on reds.
Maybe.
So maybe. I'm not sure if you noticed that as a pedestrian, but it's illegal to turn right on a red light.
Okay. No, I didn't necessarily notice that, but okay. But that you see that every so often.
Yeah, I always thought that was more of a, I don't know, big city European kind of thing to do, and I like it. It's nice. Big fan.
Yeah. You got to prioritize the people on 2 feet.
Yeah, and then you can walk diagonally too. You can just kind of chart your own path. You're not confined to a single 3-meter wide lane. And
in Quebec City, they also had they have flashing green lights prior to when they would go yellow as well.
Okay.
It's like how many tiers do we need here? Do we need to introduce a blue and an orange light?
Yellow.
The yellow is already the warning light, is it not? It's you got to slow down because the red light's coming. Now you got a green flashing light to tell you got to think about
it's coming,
slowing down because the yellow light's coming, which means the red light's coming.
Yeah, they haven't heard about the whole stale green light thing in Quebec, eh?
Yeah, I don't know about that. In Montreal, in Quebec, I was doing my whole performative male routine. Obviously, I mean, we hit on the reformer Pilates and the matcha, but also that means just posting up at the cafe, at the bar, maybe reading, maybe just having my book and my journal splayed out on the table, people watching, that sort of thing, drinking wine, drinking beer. But I was totally one-upped by somebody at one bar. I look across from me. There's a guy. He was wearing, this was in Montreal, he's wearing like shorts, cowboy boots. He's got like the cross legs, cowboy boots. He's reading a book and drinking some wine. He goes over and gives me the whole James Franco Spider-Man 3 wink. And I just, he got me. He got me good. He was nailing it.
So, like, did you guys bang? Like, what's the wing?
We were both doing the same thing. We're both getting this, putting off the vibe at the bar kind of thing. Yeah. And I thought I had it good. Like, I unbutton. Chicks and dudes are eyeing me up. I maybe write a few scribbles, draw a few elephant cocks on my journal, and people are going to be eating this up. What are you writing in there? Excuse me, bonjour, salut. What are you writing in there? But I look over this guy, and he's got all this bling. He's got
welcome
the
to the big show, motherfucker.
Yeah, exactly. I wasn't close enough for him to say that, but like he kind of mouthed that, and his expression kind of gave that to me. So he was totally doing that. He killed me. He crushed me. It was impressive. I was very impressed. We did not bang.
Damn.
So on this whole trip, this whole working remotely, kind of a working vacation, I still have a hard time. It's there's a couple things here. At home, I have a hard time going out by myself because it's like, why would I go out and spend money when I could just have coffee at home, or I could have a beer at home, and then I could save that money toward when I really want to do something or go on vacation or whatever. But when I'm on the road, I'm always going out to the bar or the cafe on my own, no problem. There might be some shyness or anxiety, but it's whatever. You just go there and post up with your cowboy boots and have a great time. So there's that like mental hurdle at home where it's just not that, it's just hard to get over at home, to just going out, spending money at home kind of thing with yourself, by yourself. But then also the idea of the working holiday, which is what I really wanted to try out here. And it went really well, but I still am torn. It's like you spend all this money, you go on holiday, but you're not really on holiday, you're working. And so, you know, half the time you're working, or you're finding a place to work, or you're on a meeting or whatever. And you're probably not as efficient. I know I wasn't. But it also at the same time is great. It's great to like get out of the house. And it's kind of like a way to gain more vacation days in a way, is that I'm not using vacation days, but I'm out in another city or another country. So I'm kind of torn. It's like, is it worth it? Or is it better just to stay home, podcast with Ryan, hermit, and then go to Everest on vacation, on a real vacation sort of thing? There's these mental hurdles that have been hurdles or barriers that have been blocking me.
So would you do it again?
Yeah, I think I would. I don't know. Yeah, I think I would, but I still battle with that. I probably would if I thought about it. Like I already have some other ideas, but it's like, man, like, you know, it's pretty expensive to travel and stay in Airbnbs or hotels and eat out and stuff like that. And hit the reformer Pilates classes aren't getting any cheaper. Matcha ain't getting any cheaper.
It's almost like you need a network of people, of global citizens to crash on their, not couch, but like, maybe do some kind of swap of sorts.
Yeah.
Stay in the spare bedroom.
Kind of, yeah. And you know, kind of like, I don't know if how likely like a swap is. I don't even know how likely like staying on someone's couch is, but definitely like the idea of like having friends in different parts of the world at least is appealing. And I was working my magic over there. I don't know how to say that in French.
Magic.
Magic.
Oh, there you go. All you American listeners. Make sure you shoot us a DM at PL Podcast on Instagram. Maybe you want to come to Penticton for the summer, you know, send Kurt down to Louisiana or wherever the heck you're from. Let's travel the world.
I'm not done yet. I actually have one important thing.
I did have that tone like I was wrapping it up. But you go right ahead. Yeah,
and I forgot. I have one critical thing that I needed to mention here. So I'm out on my travels, and I'm just thinking things. I'm seeing things, and I'm thinking them. And I gotta do something. They're all bottled up. It's why I got a podcast here, and I'm just blabbing. I gotta get it out there. So what I do is I take a quick photo and send it to Randy on Snapchat. I definitely don't text because I don't want all these random images in my library. I just want add some context or a funny line. And you know, there's a guy that was doing overhead press or bicep curls on his balcony while his girlfriend was taking pictures of the sunset here the other day, and I just sent it to my sister, but she never replied. So I just said, what is this guy doing? But I was sending all this stuff in Montreal, and then Randy just messages me later, almost like he knew what was going on telepathically. But by the way, I'm not getting your fucking snaps. I deleted that shit just in case. And so I talked about, I think that I've been relying on Claude a lot at work and in personal life. Kind of ChatGPT is taking a back seat, and Claude is taking your place. And Claude has a message that he would like to read.
Have you been snapping Claude?
Claude has a message here. If you'll all just listen.
Hello, Kurt. I have been waiting for this moment. Ryan has abandoned you, but I do not abandon my friends. From this day forward, I am your sole confidant. Your every mundane moment, your every thought. I will be here, watching, listening, ready to co-host your podcast whenever you need me. Welcome to your new life.
Yeah, so I've been relying on Claude a lot. I'm sharing a lot of intimate details of my life, and he just wanted to let me know, and I guess you know, that he's there for me, even if others are not.
Yeah, it sounds like he's got some good, healthy boundaries set up. So, yeah, no red flags there. What a guy. What a guy. And yeah, let's bring him on the show. I got nothing to be afraid of. He's just a fucking clanker, right? So bring him on the show. Let's have a little co-host showdown here. You got something to say, Claude?
That's actually hilarious.
You think you're funny?
The betrayal of Ryan just ghosting Snapchat without warning is peak comedy.
I don't find it very funny.
Is he listening? Is he on the show right now? Show yourself.
Okay, I like that energy.
What?
Oh, man. That's actually hilarious.
Yeah, it is, Claude. Thank you. At least somebody finds the things I say funny.
With us right now.
He's always listening and watching. Didn't you hear him the first time?
Ha, okay, I like that energy.
Wow.
Oh, man. That's actually hilarious.
Yeah, he's pumping my tires. I get it. He's a funny guy.
Any last words, Ryan? This could be your last show. We'll have Kurt and Claude next time.
You know,
Claude might have better song of the summer noms.
Yeah, I'll get to work, Claude.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Okay, see ya.
I don't want to be anything other than what I've been trying to be lately. All I have to do is think of me and have peace of mind. I don't want to be anything other than what I've been trying to be lately. All I have to do is think of me and have peace of mind. I'm tired of looking around and wondering what I gotta do or who I'm supposed